Hi, this is Gary with MacMost Now. On today's episode, let me show you how to do multiple pictures-in-picture in iMovie. So I get asked this question a lot. Can I use more than one picture-in-picture effect in iMovie at the same time? The short answer is no. You can only do one effect at a time, but since it's a picture and you can define anything as your picture, you can simply have a picture that is two pictures and use that instead. Let me show you how. Now I'm going to use Preview for this. Usually I would use something like Photoshop, but not everybody has Photoshop. So I've got two pictures here, and I'm going to open one in Preview. Now unfortunately in Preview, unlike other image editors, you can't just open a new blank image. So I'm going to open this first image here, and I'm going to save it out as something else. So in Line, of course, you would do that with Duplicate. I'll close the original, and I'll save, and then I'll save this out as picture-in-picture, and it's right there. Now I want to set this up as the exact screen size as my movie in iMovie. So I'm going to go to Tools, Adjust Size. Now my movie is going to be 1280 by 720, so I'm going to turn off Scale Proportionally, do 1280 by 720. And you can see it's going to resize the image, and actually it's going to distort it. I'm going to actually select all. That's Edit, Select All, and then I'm going to delete, leaving a blank canvas that's exactly the size I want. So here I've expanded it, and you can see almost the entire thing, 1280 by 720. And you can see the checkerboard pattern behind it. That means it's transparent. So I just have a big transparent graphic that's exactly the same size as the movie I'm working on. So now what I want to do is I want to open up the image again. And this time I'm going to resize it properly with Scale Proportionally on there and make it something that will fit in a corner. So say 300 by 225. Then I'm going to select all, copy, close, and paste. And now I can move it wherever I want inside of this blank transparent canvas. I'm going to do the same with the next one. I'm going to double click on that, open that up in Preview, adjust size, make that also 300 by 225 in this case. You of course can do it differently if you want. And I'm going to select all and copy, and then close that document and paste. And then I will put that on the opposite side. So now I've got a big transparent image with a picture on the right and a picture on the left. Now if I was working in Photoshop or some other graphics tool, I could add borders, add all sorts of other things. I can even do some basic graphics here, like for instance draw arrows using the annotations tool here in Preview, and you can see that even extends outside of the area from these pictures. So I actually have three elements here, the two pictures and this arrow that crosses over into the transparent area. Now the important thing I want to do is I want to export this entire image, and I want to do it as a PNG, which will save that transparency layer, which is the alpha channel, so I want to make sure that's checked off, and just save it on the desktop here so I have it available to me to drag into iMovie. So here I am in iMovie. I've got a video laid into the project. I've got the PNG file right here ready to drop in. Notice that if I go to the project properties, it is a 16 by 9 movie. Remember, we made the graphic 1280 by 720, which is 16 by 9. So this will work with it. I'm going to drag and drop it in here and choose picture-in-picture. Of course, make sure you have advanced tools turned on in your preferences in iMovie in order to use picture-in-picture. Now, I can select the picture-in-picture there, and you can see it appears here in the upper right, and it actually has both images there, but they're really small. I'm going to change the cropping and make sure I've got it set to fit cropping so it shows the entire image, and then I'm going to basically expand it by dragging it to the upper right, expanding it all the way just enough to fill the space. And you can see now I've got the picture on the right, the picture on the left. I've got the arrow drawn there, and it's part of the picture-in-picture for this. So I've actually done two pictures-in-picture over an iMovie video just by doing some tricks in the photo editing tool. So yes, this is a total hack. iMovie doesn't do multiple pictures in picture, but I forced it to by doing this. The cool thing is that you have ultimate versatility. You can put anything you want in there, all sorts of different pictures. You can put graphics. As long as you make it semi-transparent and let the video show through, there's all sorts of things you can do with this technique. But it does take some extra time because you've got to set it up first and then bring it in. And if you're not familiar with graphics programs and doing things like using those alpha channels, it can be difficult at first. Hope you found this useful though. So until next time, this is Gary with MacMost Now. Want more video tutorials? Just go to MacMost.com, click on the videos link at the top of the page, and then you can view all of the hundreds of MacMost videos by category.